Eighth inning in Dyken Park. The Guardians lead the Astros 6-5.
Eighth inning, new pitcher for
Been
Houston.
a pretty good game so far. Hector Neris will pitch. This season he's been with the Angels and the Braves, and now he's with the Astros. After he signed here on Saturday, he returns and starts off Nolan Jones with a ball outside. It's 1-0. Jones is 0 for 2. He also took a walk in the second inning.
Re-signed him to the Astros and added them to the active roster.
And fouls off the next pitch off the umpire, who
Been here for a
falls
while.
down and
That
looks to be in a little pain. He's back on his feet. Took a pretty big shot. Walking it out.
He took it. There's a foul tip.
Fouled it off
Right
and got him on
top
the
of
shoulder.
just above the glove.
Ended up in between him
of
and Yiner.
Diaz. And he goes down, and that's a stinger.
And he's a little shaken up, but looks like he'll be able to keep going. Hopefully. Still discussing it with his fellow umpires.
Yeah, he's going to need a minute. That was a stinger.
Hang on a second. Come on!
He's going to stay in there.
Yes, he is. Gotta let that pain subside. It's like getting drilled, man. He's standing right there, and that just a deflection off the bat of Jones, and watch it go over the glove of Diaz into the left shoulder. Oh, she can hear it. Oh my goodness, yes. I don't care if you got padding or whatever right there. That's a.
Hector Neris, meanwhile, is back with the Astros for the third time. He was DFA'd last weekend by the Angels. And he didn't have far to go because the Astros were playing the Dodgers.
Is it?
Yeah.
So did you jump on the charter with him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sign back Saturday, he's here.
Wow.
And like Matt said, it's his third stint, and this is where he's had his most success. We talked
Yeah,
about
back
making
between
pitches.
Jones and Neris continues
reason.
as Hector fires one wide of the plate. It's 2-1.
He's like Santana
Yes,
for us.
Keep
coming
away.
back.
36, right up there.
Strike 2.
He signed
Jones
a
swings and
one-year
misses
deal
at the
with
high
Cubs
heat.
before last year, and they released him in August. After 46 appearances, and he had a 3.89 ERA.
Jones fouls
That's not
that one
exactly
off
terrible,
third base
but,
side,
no,
and the
sometimes
at-bat
numbers don't
continues.
tell the whole story.
True.
It could have been a numbers game.
Well, and they were expecting him to be much more of an impact in that bullpen too, when you're looking at the back end of it.
Neris back with Houston, looking to punch out Jones. And instead, Jones hits a ground ball. What a stop by Zach Short, but he lost it.
Short could not get
And
a
Nolan Jones
handle on the ball to throw it to first.
is
so
aboard.
Jones is aboard with an infield single to start the eighth.
Zach Short with a diving stop, but
Yeah,
lost the ball on
and
the
all that
transfer,
stuff
and
to
Nolan
throw. You
Jones
could see He
reaches.
was playing him up the middle, but you get down and you have to hurry because you know Jones can get down the line. Ball doesn't even get into the hand. It was a base knock.
So Nolan Jones starts off
Angel Martinez.
with, I believe it's going to be an infield single, and now here's Angel Martinez.
Fourth time tonight in 8 innings. They've had their leadoff man aboard.
And that pitch is called a strike. Maybe a little outside, but got the call. 0-1. Martinez has a double and a run scored
It
tonight
didn't work
for
the
his
first
only
two
hit.
times with leadoff doubles, but it did in the fifth.
And he swings and misses and knocks the helmet off. And he's down 0-2. Neris ahead 0-2. Look to punch out Martinez right here.
Oh, Jim,
Martinez
on the
pops it
infield.
up. It's in the
Neris
infield.
vacates.
It'll be Altuve.
Totally out of there.
1 out.
He went to first base.
That's all right. Go somewhere. There's always some place to go on the field when the ball goes up in the air.
He was
Just
sprinting
get
out of here.
He was sprinting out of there, though.
Yeah.
Gotta get you the timeout.
Get him some oxygen.
Watch Neris.
Watch it. He see it. He says, all right, I'm out of the way. He sees Caratini coming in, so let me go cover the base that's
He
occupied.
did his job. You're right.
What happens if they wanted to drop it and exchange runners? You know?
And now we're going to get a mound visit here.
Always someplace to go.
Gotta get a pinch hitter, Daniel Schneemann.
Mound visit between the pitching coach,
Josh Miller, the pitching coach.
Maris,
now to,
Victor Caratini's there, as well as
Victor
Yainer.
Something.
Little
Something
scouting
I'm sure
report.
he's never heard before.
No, I don't think there's any secrets. Reinforcing.
Daniel Schneemann, lately,
Pinch hitter here, Daniel Schneemann.
his at-bats can be summed up by if it weren't for bad luck, he'd have
Jones
no luck
at
all.
first,
He's
one out.
had some opportunities where
Caratini
he's
playing
squared
close
them
to the
up,
bag
getting
over there
right
at
at
first.
people.
First pitch to Schneemann, drops in the zone for strike one.
Trying to snap an 0 for 10 here.
Schneemann batting 7th, pitch hitting for Will Wilson. So it looks like Schneemann will get to play second inning the rest of the way. Second base, sorry. And
Really good
check
pitch
swing,
on the outside
he didn't
edge.
go.
It's a good take.
Ball one.
He did not go, but it was close.
Schneemann hits a ground ball, it's fouled, right down the third base line, it's 1-2.
Oh, those change-ups or the splitter that he throws. Yeah, his is a split change.
A lot of action in this one. Cleveland leading at 6-5. We're in the 8th. Nolan Jones.
1-2,
Modest
Jones
lead
at
at
first.
first
Double
base.
play ball in effect to end the inning. Naris trying to punch out
Step
Schneemann
back
here.
toward the bag.
Yeah, it's
Waiting
not
a
big
long
lead
time,
whatsoever.
thinking, and throwing to first. And
Barely
Jones,
dive to get back.
Well,
safe
if he
at first.
extended his arms, he'd be about chest high on the base.
Yeah, he hasn't been.
You got to
getting
get a bigger
He
lead.
hasn't been getting bigger one since he got picked off in Chicago. Who's the lefty that Bat Boyd got him last?
One-
That's
1-2.
That's with a great move.
Right.
Naris waiting long again and firing. And oh!
Well, you can tell he's
Woo!
not comfortable over there at first base.
That was
He takes
at
it
the knees,
very
but
modestly,
Schneemann gets the
and then
friendly
his
call.
first move
It's
is a
2-2.
forward step back towards
That was a
second base.
really good pitch by Naris, but he did not get rewarded on it.
Who was right? That was a good
One
pitch.
right there, yeah.
He's had two of them on there. That's a borderline.
And that one misses down. The count is full.
Well, he's got to go. Got to push the envelope here. Let's see. 3-2. You got to hope that Schneemann's going to put it in play.
Full count. Jones at first, one
There
out.
goes
Payoff.
Jones. Swing and a miss.
Got him! Jones throwing to second. And he left the bag, but he got back.
Might be hurt.
Oh man.
And Nolan Jones might be hurt.
Well,
Ran on top of the bag.
Nolan Jones
It
is
looked like he turned it a
limping.
little bit when he was trying to stop as he hit the bag.
yeah, it was not a good slide.
No, well he didn't slide. I don't know
It was a
why.
late slide.
So Jones went.
But he's
Schneemann
looking
struck
at
out
Schneemann.
Jones.
Oh, why'd he stay up?
Oh,
That's what
wow.
I'm saying.
Oh my
He was gonna
goodness. I thought
slide
at
and
least
then
he went
stayed
to the
up
ground.
and-
He did not. He went over the bag.
Went over the bag and it looked like he hurt himself.
You can see he
Gets
was,
back safely because Zach Short, who came over to cover second, lost the ball on the transfer again. And now
That was very
Nolan
odd,
Jones is
going over
being
the bag. You always slide. When in doubt, you have to slide into bases.
checked on.
That stops your momentum. But he turned around and he looked and he knew that he swung and missed, and now he's trying to stand up. I don't know if something gave way there or what happened. And he's coming out of the ball game.
And Nolan Jones
John
is
Kinsey
exiting the
will
ball
come on
game.
the run for Nolan Jones.
So now John Kenty Noel
There are two down.
will
in the
pinch
inning.
run at second base. It looks like he'll be playing in right the rest of the
Big
way.
Christmas, if you joined us late, was called up with Kyle Manzardo going on the family emergency medical list.
So 2 outs now after Schneeman struck out.
Use that list,
Jones steals second but
3 to
leaves
7
hurt.
days.
John Kenzie Noel will pinch run. And the batter for the Guardians is the catcher, Bo Naylor.
In the meantime, John Kenzie, who did not get the start, is now in the game.
Bo
As
Naylor, a
pitch runner,
perfect 2 for
standing
2.
on the play right field.
Takes strike 1.
Bo Naylor's had a good night. He has doubled, singled, walked, and scored 2 runs.
Owen offered from Maris. That's a heater that misses up high. The count's at 1 apiece.
He could have scored a 3rd run, but he was thrown out at the plate in inning number 3.
Swing and miss.
Astros had the infield in back in
Strike
that 3rd
2.
inning, and Stephen Kwan with 1 out at the plate. Hit a 1-hopper to the second baseman, Altuve.
2 outs, Noel at second. Guardians up by a run. They lead 6-5.
He didn't have a chance.
Maris trying to keep the deficit at 1. He misses upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Naylor.
Maybe there's
Yeah.
a bobble or something.
Well, it's not hit right at him, but it was. That contact play, you have to put it
A
on.
strikeout could energize this place and give the bats some life. The pitch strikes out Naylor. Naylor strikes out swinging. The end of the inning. The Guardians do not score, and the lead stays at 1 run. 6-5, bottom of the 8th when we come back from Houston. Bottom of the 8th here in Houston. Hunter Gaddis comes in for the Guardians to pitch. 38 games this year and an 0-1 record, an ERA at 3.50 in 36 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts, 14 walks, and a total batting average at 257. He has a 1-run cushion at the moment,
Second base.
trying to put up a 0 and keep it a 6-5 ball game heading into the 9th. First batter he'll face is the righty Cam. And that's strike
First
1
pitch. Slider for a strike.
on the
Smith
off
0 for
speed.
3. That struck out twice.
Cam lifts one.
Playable maybe? Yeah.
It's foul territory. Carlos Santana is there to make the catch. 1 out.
I think that was Hector Neris that was giving Santana a hard time down there.
And now a franchise icon to the plate.
Up to the dugout yelling at Santana.
Jose Altuve steps up. As Carlos Santana poking some fun at Framber after he caught
Jose Altuve 0 for 3.
Cam's foul out right in front of the Astros dugout. Altuve ground ball. What a stop by J-Ram. Throw to first. And Altuve grounds out on 1 pitch. So Hunter Gaddis gets 2 outs of 3 pitches.
Yiner Diaz,
And now all he has to do is just get out Yiner.
former Cleveland minor leaguer.
And it'll be 6-5. Guardians heading to the 9th
Houston
inning.
for Phil Maton. He hasn't had the first half that maybe they expected, considering he was coming off a 2-year stretch where he had 39 homers and drove in 144 runs.
First pitch from Gaddis to Yiner is in there. Strike 1 on the heater.
But he's picked up the pace.
He still has 12 homers. We're not at the All-Star break yet. You know, so that's still pretty impressive for a guy behind the dish.
Gaddis ahead 0-1.
It's a little different now when he's
Here's the 0-1 offering. Yiner broke it bat right to Rocchio. Throw to first, and that'll end the inning. Hunter Gaddis on 5 pitches gets the Astros to go down quietly 1-2-3, and we'll head to the 9th inning with the Guardians leading 6-5 at Dyken Park.
2 out double.
9th inning.
Made it 6-4. It's now 6-5.
Ryan Rocchio will
He
lead
leads
things off for the
the
Guardians
ninth inning.
in the 9th. And we'll go up against the new pitcher for the Astros.
Arch, here's the other thing for me, and I know it's only
And that's
one
strike
game,
1.
but
With the little outside, we got the
He's 2 for
call.
21 on the year with runners in scoring position, and then he nails that big 2-out, 2-run double down on the count.
Caleb
0-2.
Bort is the new
What does
pitcher.
one swing of the bat like that, does it do anything
And
for you?
Sure it does.
he misses outside.
Especially to come down and
1-1 on Rocchio, who's batting ninth tonight.
He was sitting out on
Caleb
second
Bort,
base, and that whole
25
dugout was
games,
like,
1-1 record,
They were,
and
they were happy
23.2
for
innings
him.
pitched.
Sure,
An
it
ERA
does.
at 5.70.
Maybe gives you a little more confidence where you say, okay, now you start believing
As
in
Ort
yourself.
misses again
It's amazing,
outside.
right?
Yeah.
One swing of the bat, what it can do.
2-1
for
on
that.
As you
Rocchio.
asked that, and as I heard Art saying it, I went to the Ben Line leadoff process. We play the game to play the music.
Brian
At the end of the
Rocchio
day.
had 2 sacrifices,
whatever you can to hear
then
the
knocked a
music.
go-ahead
Music's not
2-run
playing.
double
Yeah.
It's a terrible place
in the
to be in.
6th
It's
for
a
his
long,
only hit
long
tonight.
And they've gone a week
And
and a half.
he's
of
ahead in the count
bad
3-1
place
as
to be
Ort misses
Yeah.
up with the heater.
A lot of quiet nights, supposed
in.
to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask you that too, Rick, is sometimes in our line of work, it's hard to separate the truth from
3-1, and Rocchio lifts that one into
cliches,
left.
so to speak.
Taylor Trammell is there to make the
You gotta
catch.
say whether it's a bad
One
shot
gone
or
at the
whether
top of the
it's
ninth.
just a click off, you know, or just
Yeah.
a click off.
Right.
Are you just telling us something to, or do you
See how the
really
Guardians
believe
order
that,
flips over to the
sometimes
top?
you are. It is that close. The
And
results
Stephen
don't
Kwan.
show it at times, though.
Right.
Heads
And
up to
when
the
you
plate.
go through it, when you're doing it day in and day out, and we're doing it day in and day
Stephen
out.
Kwan
we-
is 1
we
for
see
4 with an
everything
RBI
that's
single
going
tonight.
on. So,
He
you
also
see some
scored
things
a
going on,
run.
You're thinking, okay, what's going on? We got to get out of this. But sometimes when that works and it happens,
And that's a
it
breaking
goes
ball
a
that
long way.
splits the plate. Strike
Because
one.
They're out there battling every day. The more positive you can take away from a game, as we say, when you win, it absolves all errors and all the bad, all the negative stuff around.
0-1
when
to
you lose,
Kwan.
it's accentuated and it
Misses
just
up and
blows
out.
it out of proportion. Because
That's where
you look
Caleb
at all
Bort's
the
been missing a
little
lot
things you
so
can do,
far.
and you get sick of looking at the little things.
And it's
So
1
you
and
got
1.
to do the right things and do it consistently, and you stay away from losing streaks.
If you win a game 3-2,
Ort
and
misses
14
way
on
upstairs.
base,
Yiner does a
Nobody's
great
gonna
job
ask
at
you
catching the
guys
ball
left on
and
base.
not having it go to the
Just doesn't look that
backstop.
way.
It's 2-1
when
You know,
you
you-
lose
on Kwan.
3-2 and you leave half
Right.
country
Then
on
you
base.
start chirping about every at bat.
And everybody asks
Or if you
about
make
it,
an
too.
error, and
Right.
they've been very more defensively since June 1st.
Ort down
They've had
2-1. He'll
29
fire it right
innings
here
of
and
extra
takes
outs. You can't do those things.
strike 2.
You play a clean baseball game. and you
Another
lose, you can accept a
off-speed
little bit
pitch
more
that was
than they
right
beat
down
us.
the middle.
A few more gray hairs for Stephen Kwan or for Stephen Votes.
Gonna have to
Beard
get
here,
him just
buddy.
for men beard.
Stephen Kwan
trying to help the Guardians
makes
maybe
it a full
add
count as
to this
Ort misses
one-run
up and
lead.
outside
He's got a
again
full
with the
count
heater.
David Fry to follow. If they don't add to the lead,
Full
that
count,
means
1
Crossing
out.
will be coming on for the
6-5 lead.
second game in a row.
Trying to get a base runner on here in the
Trying to
ninth.
Close out a one-run
Yes.
Full count delivery from Caleb Ort.
lead. He was unable to do it yesterday.
And he got him looking on the outside edge of the plate. Dropped the off-speed pitch. That freezes Quad for out number 2. What a pitch that was.
Now here's David Fry 0 for 4 tonight.
So 2 outs top of the ninth and still a 1-run lead. David Fry, the designated hitter, to the plate. Has not got a hit tonight. Would be a great time for one right now. And he swings and misses at the first pitch.
He's just been battling up there to try and put the ball in play. He doesn't look like he's confident in the box.
0-1 delivery. That just misses down with the
There
off-speed
have been
pitch.
times
It's 1-1.
during the course of a season over your career that you can remember where you had no confidence. You're going
Right.
to play. You
You
have
just
no
don't
idea
feel
what's going
right
on. But
up
you're
there.
trying not to project that, right?
Yeah, you try not to. Sometimes you're not picking the ball up. Sometimes you just don't.
That's a
Next thing you know, you're
fastball
down
that
1-2,
catches the
0-2,
inside
and you're going myself
of the
"Oh,
plate.
man, I didn't see
Strike
that
2.
pitch." Yeah, and he is. He's scuffling. He's
And now
popping
Caleb
up.
Bort's
He's
one pitch
very
away
fine drive.
from setting it to the bottom of the ninth.
Made that same reference yesterday.
With his Astros down by a run. Just needs one more pitch to punch out Fry and set things to the bottom of the ninth.
What do we have?
Instead, a pitch time violation on Caleb Bort. And it's 2-2 now.
Clock ran out, 1-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Fry.
Caleb Ort. Now it's 2-2.
Ort needs 1 pitch to send it to the 9th. And he misses down, and the count is full. So a full count, 2 outs top of the 9th, and his Astros down by a run. Ort wants a new baseball.
So I'm looking for a fastball, and I'm going to
Absolutely. Be ready for it.
What does Caleb Ort throw here to punch out David Fry and take the bat away from J-Ram, who's on deck? David Fry lifts one deep into left. Trammell at the deepest part of the ballpark, and it's gone. Home run, David Fry.
He got it, and he smoked it, and the Guardians extend their lead to 7-5.
David Fry was 3rd of the year, and the Guardians get a huge insurance run in the 9th. 7-5, Cleveland.
Count. He missed with another slider, and then he came with that, I think it was a fastball. And he was ready for it. Let's see. We'll get another look at it, I'm sure.
That's got to feel good for David Fry. His 3rd home run of the year, and 2 of the 3 have come against the Astros.
And Ort misses up and outside the J-Ram. Let's see.
Oh, that was a splinter, yeah.
Yep. Slider came in and stayed on the plate.
Caleb Ort. Slider
comes over,
right down the middle, and Fry clubs it, and it just leaves into the Crawford
Did you
boxes.
see Trammell out
He was
there?
waiting for it.
He was upset.
He was watching it come down.
Yes.
J-Ram fouls off that pitch. It's 1-1.
To your point, Rick, if that's another 2-3 feet
Yeah, it's
to the right,
could have been an out.
it's in his glove.
Well, that's good. He needed that.
This guy talking to himself out there in left field.
But to your
J-Ram
yeah,
bounces
something you
one
said
foul.
a
First
hundred
base side. It's 1-2
in that
now.
situation, David Fry, he knows they don't want to see Jose. They're going to challenge him with something. So he's sitting fastball, right? And if you spin it, make a mistake, it speeds up his bat, and he booms it out of here.
That's right. The pitchers throw home runs with mistakes.
Payoff from Ort. And he spikes that pitch. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Look at him. He's
Right.
jumping in there, and you can see
Look at
behind
Ricky.
him the
Look at
Guardians.
Ricky.
Yeah, the Guardians.
Look at
are-
Ricky. Ricky with
they're
the
all
over-the-hand clap.
clapping.
I like the over-the-hand clap, Ricky. That's a strong move.
2-2, 2 outs. Ort trying to finally put it away. J-Ram to Altuve. Jump throw. And what a throw it was. He gets out J-Ram on the backhanded jump throw. But David Fry sends one into the Crawford boxes to make it a 7-5 Guardians advantage. Emmanuel Clase will come and lock it down in the bottom of the 9th. We'll be right back. The Guardians are 3 outs away from ending their 10-game losing streak. Emmanuel Clase is out there, and he'll try and lock it down in the bottom of the 9th for the Guardians' first win in a long time. And he nearly hits Victor Caratini on the first pitch. Clase is 18 for 22 on save opportunities in 39 games this year, an ERA at 3.29 with a 4-2 record. And Caratini hits a fly ball. It's foul into the seats down the third base line. Caratini has a multi-hit game going, a single, a solo homer, and 2 runs scored in a 1-1 count here against Clase. And Caratini bounces one foul down the first base line. He's down 1-2. New catcher for Cleveland. Bo Naylor's out. Austin Hedges comes in for defensive purposes. Clase ahead 1-2
And now Vic
as Caratini calls time.
steps out.
What does Emmanuel Clase throw here to punch out the switch hitter Victor Caratini? Here's the 1-2 offering. And he misses inside with the cutter at 100.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2. Payoff. Caratini ropes one foul. And he stays alive. Another 2-2 pitch. Caratini with a bouncer right to Schneeman. Throw to first. That's the first out of the inning. Caratini grounds out, and now here's the designated hitter, Cooper Hummel, to the plate.
Who singled and scored in the 5th. He walked in the 6th inning.
Cooper Hummel with a single, a walk, and a run scored. J-Ram playing close to the infield grass at third. First pitch, and Hummel swings and misses an inside offering from Clase. 0-1.
Don't know if this guy's ever faced him before, but you can. You want to make sure if you're going to go after one, it better be on the outer part of the plate. He's never faced him before. Then
And
he comes
that's
right back in and he gets the call.
strike 2. Clase looked like he missed inside, kind of, but he got the friendly
If he
call.
gets started quick enough to hit that, he might be susceptible to the slider.
Hummel down 0-2 and make that
He goes backdoor with a fastball, and he thought he
1
had
and
strike
2 as
three.
Clase fired that. That looked right at the knees, but Cooper Hummel now gets a friendly call.
He'll be swinging at this no matter what.
1-2. Hummel fouls it off. 98 center cut.
A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out of the 9th.
Payoff from Clase. And he misses down. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hummel. Ground ball over Clase, back to Schneeman, throw to first, and it's close, they got him. And the Guardians are 1 out away from ending this double-digit losing streak.
I don't know that he went into that glove. He's got a long way to run. Did he? Oh, he had it in the hand. He just wanted to make sure that he had a good grip on it before he punted that glove and threw it over.
And the last hope for the Astros here tonight is Taylor Trammell. 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer.
Either that or
And
he'll-
Clase misses inside.
Make that play.
Ball 1 that was recorded at 100 miles per hour.
Whereas Schneeman might have to take one more step to get his footing right.
Yeah, well, you should to get something on. You have the time to do that.
Ground ball, right to Schneeman again, thrown to first, and the losing streak is over. The Guardians win 7-5. They beat the Astros at Dyken Park. And Emmanuel Clase with the save.
Winning it by a final of 7-5.
A huge win for Cleveland.
Clase and Hedges.
You can tell by the players.
As the big guy
This is a big
bounces
one.
back and nails
And
down
defining
the
one on their
19th save
season.
of the year.
What a win for the Guardians.
After a very
10 losses in a row, and now
and
a
loss
win to
in
start off the series here on this Monday night in Houston.
41 and 48 on the year. They
See y'all
lead the
later.
season
RB out.
series with
Peace.
the Astros 2 games.